one spot out of the cellar in the Western Conference. The Arizona Rattlers need a win in a big way, bringing a 3-4 record in to take on the defending champions and the team that right now is sitting at the top of the standings in the conference, the Northern Arizona Wranglers, with a 5-2 record. Hi, everybody. Welcome into the Snake Pit, downtown Phoenix, and the home of this six-time champion Arizona Rattlers football team. And they need to start playing like champions as we head into the second half of the season coming up here in the IFL's 2023 campaign. Hi, everybody. Floyd Simmons. My broadcast partner is the three-time Super Bowl champion, Dale Hellestray. Dale, you know a little something about winning championships. The Rattlers know a little something about winning championships, but they've got to turn the ship around as quickly as possible if they want to win a championship this year.
They do, and the one thing I talked to the Rattlers team this week. Coach Guy asked me to talk to him a little bit from my experiences. The fact is, this team, when they've won championships, when they've been in championships, they have not faced adversity early in the season. They've started off 9-1, 12-2. Things go smooth, and then they hit adversity in the playoffs. You don't know how your team's going to respond if they don't have adversity early in the season. They face that. Now they got their crew back. They got the quarterback back. They bring in Lamar Mady. They got some guys back. Let's see how they do tonight.
Normally, early on in our broadcasts, I get a chance to talk to the head coach, Kevin Guy, and I did about an hour ago. Unfortunately, we had technical difficulties, and we are unable to bring you that discussion that I had with Coach. I'll say this, Dale. It was a fairly concise conversation. Coach Guy is very serious tonight, and he got right down to business. He did tell me a couple of things. First of all, I asked him, what about the return of Drew Powell, and what does that mean to the Rattlers? Simply, he said, it brings back more leadership, and we need that leadership right now. I also asked him about the team, any soul-searching going on this team right now at a 3-4 record. And he said, yeah, I'm doing a lot of soul-searching. And so I think that coach is digging deep. I think he's digging deep, and he's expecting his guys, his Rattler team, to dig deep tonight. Meanwhile, we'll get your comments in just a moment, Dale, down on the field. It is time for the presentation of our national anthem as we get ready for Arizona Rattlers football tonight here at the Snake Pit, everybody.
At this time, we ask you please stand in your way and climb with your hands as your Arizona Rattlers welcome DC Blanco to perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs singing air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Wow, it doesn't get any better, does it? Welcome to a great football Saturday night in downtown Phoenix, everybody. 100-plus degree temperatures outside, but nice and cool and ready to rock inside here at the Snake Pit. Dale Hellestray. I mentioned I talked to Coach Kevin Guy. We don't get to hear that conversation, unfortunately. We'll talk to him going into halftime and get some fresh thoughts from him then, but Hey, how about some soul searching with this team at a 3-4 record right now?
You know, Floyd, I've known Coach Guy for over a decade. And when we talked to him this week, it was the first time that I had heard him say I needed to do some soul searching. And again, it's a team with 4 losses. You're playing a team that beat you in the playoffs last year. And I think this is a pivotal game. I would be surprised if things go well tonight, if there's any changes. If things don't go well tonight, I can see some changes happening with this roster. And so I think if you're a Rattler fan, it's a super important game. It'll be fun to see how this team responds.
Yeah, a lot of changes already this week. In fact, you'll see a new kicker tonight for the Arizona Rattlers. You're going to see a couple of new defenders as well tonight as we get ready for action against the defending champions in the IFL. Let's say we check in with the third member of our broadcast team. And her name is Sandy Charles. Sandy, it's great to have you back. Great to be back with football and welcome in on a Saturday night.
Thanks, Floyd. Yeah, it's amazing to be back. And you know, one guy who's really excited to be back, 3-time MVP quarterback Drew Powell. First time all season he gets to perform in front of these Arizona fans. I spoke to him, and he said the toughest part about being out was not being able to contribute, but his recovery. He focused all his mental game, and getting to the gym. He said he's excited to be back in front of his words, the best fans in the league. So tonight his focus is taking care of the football, starting fast and finishing strong. So we'll see how he does tonight. Back up to you, Floyd.
All right, Sandy, good to hear from you. And we're ready to get this thing kicked off, everybody. The coin toss has been completed. And the smoke is settling. You had the pyrotechnics show beforehand. And Dale, this place gets covered.
They do put on a show here. Again, we love doing these games on TV, but get yourself down here and see a game in person. I promise you, you will not regret that experience.
One of the things that Kevin Guy talked about with this team, by the way, is we're going to get set to see Drew Powell and the Rattlers offense first up here in this one tonight. You know, this offense has been riddled with injuries all season long, Dale, and that has certainly had an impact on the outcome of games for the Rattlers, but it has been the defense that's been more of the, let's just say, more of the struggle for the Rattlers. Coach Guy is expecting better play out of his defense immediately. I
was around the facility earlier in the week, and there's a lot of angst about the defense, the playmaking ability, pressure on the quarterback, and all those things. Coach Guy has always talked about in the indoor football league, arena football, you build through the middle. Center, quarterback, running back. Nose guard, linebacker, safety. Well, they've had numerous injuries to those core guys for this Arizona Rattler football team, and now they're getting those guys back. Are those guys capable of putting points on the board? And is this defense capable of putting some pressure on the quarterback? One of the all-time sayings that Kevin Guy has said, don't know if he invented it or not, but he said pressure. He said pressure equals. I'm going to look it up here. I want to make sure it's right.
Equals picks, doesn't it?
Yes, pressure equals picks. And coverage equals sacks.
Yes.
And so he's looking for some pressure on the quarterback tonight from his defense and getting off the field. A lack of stops. Gave up a third 27 last week. Still is eating at Kevin Guy's craw. And so he wants to see them do better.
Well, the Rattler fans are showing up again. A nice crowd tonight here in Phoenix. And it's the Arizona Rattlers who were removed from the playoffs last year in the conference championship game by the Northern Arizona Wranglers, who went on to defeat Quad City in the national championship. And now here they go again. The kick is away, and we are underway with this broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football, everybody. The ball is fielded, and it's brought straight back out by Isaiah Houston. He'll cross the 10-yard line. Houston down at the 12, and this one is underway. Everybody, welcome in Floyd Simmons, Dale Hellestrate, and on the field for us, Sandy Charles as the two-time most valuable player, defending two-time most valuable player, Drew Powell, will start his second game back from the injury that kept him out for several weeks. We'll see if he has got his rhythm. Had a lot of it last week in what was a loss to Vegas. Here's the first play of the game, and that is going to be a handoff. The ball is carried off the right side, and it's Mo Walker with his first carry of the game, and he will pick up positive yardage, get him out to the 16. That's a gain of 4 yards on the play as this one gets underway.
Two things. Number one, that's the first snap we've seen Powell take here in the snake pit. He got hurt the first game and not got to see him play, and obviously he hands it off. The other guy that Coach Guy's super excited about is Mo Walker and the running game. Let's see how much they utilize him this evening.
Quick pass and a first down after a catch and run by Braxton Haley. That was a quick little release to the left side by the southpaw quarterback, and he is able to get out there to the line to gain. That'll be a first down on a gain of 6 yards to Braxton Haley, who himself has been riddled with injury this year and has missed a lot of action for the Rattlers.
He has, and so you wonder about the timing, you wonder about the reads between Powell and his receivers, but Haley, 6'4", 225 pounds, what a great target he is for any quarterback, much less the returning MVP.
Jamal Miles goes in motion for the Rattlers to the right side. Option that direction. Walker gets a block on the edge, cuts it up the field after planting that foot 2 yards deep, and he'll end up with a gain of 3 yards to midfield. The 25-yard line will be the line of scrimmage as the Rattlers continue to move the ball down the field on their opening possession. No score here tonight, downtown Phoenix.
Second and 7.
Well, they run the ball to Lamar Mady's side. He's lining up at right guard, number 94, 6'3", 305 pounds, been all league a number of times. Tremendous physical specimen, and they're excited to have him back.
Yeah, absolutely. Playing his second game back after rejoining the team this year from a short-lived retirement. Here's a gain, I think, of 8 yards on this play. Marker down out on the field.
I wonder if they're going to call, it looked like somebody took a swipe at the official.
Umpire pick. The ball will return to the previous spot.
Umpire pick. So it's not the umpire's responsibility to get out of the way.
No, it isn't.
That's a unique call that I have not seen in a decade of doing football games. How is that a pick?
Yeah,
it's on the official.
Can you review that? I mean, there is no way, shape, or form that the receiver intentionally used the umpire as a barrier and a blocker.
He came from the other side. The defender ran into him.
Really did, yeah.
Ridiculous call.
Well, that's going to bring up third down. Here's the throw. Wide open. Braxton Haley inside the 10-yard line, slips a tackle, and Haley is going to go down at the 5-yard line for the Rattlers. How about this gain of 19 yards? They'll mark him at the 6, and that's a big first and goal on the opening possession for the Arizona Rattlers.
Floyd, we like to say when I was growing up, the ball don't lie. Yeah, obviously a ridiculous call by the officiating crew, and he's got to get his rear end out of the way, but you come back, you complete the pass, pick up the first down, and what a first drive from this Rattler football team.
And they do end up marking the ball at the 5-yard line, motion, and they'll toss it left side. Walker with the carry, and he is going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on this play. Second down and goal from the 5-yard line, straight ahead for this 3-4 Arizona Rattlers team. Just one spot out of the cellar in the conference. But even with that said, only 2 games behind the number 1 team in the conference, the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Shows you how tight and how much parity there is in the Western Conference. Powell sends them in motion, fake to Walker, and a one-handed reception attempt. That was a one-handed catch, wasn't it? And a great catch for no gain. Jamal Miles hauls it in. They didn't get anything out of it, but he got a nice highlight.
You would wish that had been for a touchdown. Cuts around just a little out route, gets the ball out there where only his guy can catch it. Going back to that previous play, running the football. Coach Guy's Arizona Rattler teams for years, they're predicated on physicality, especially up front. They want to beat you down over 4 quarters. He wants his offensive line coming off the ball, getting vertical rather than running horizontal.
Third down play, 3rd and goal, throw to the end zone, pass is caught! That is an Arizona Rattlers touchdown! Braxton Haley hauling that one in.
Number 13, Braxton Haley.
Again, talking to Coach Guy earlier in the week, he described this Northern Arizona defense, bend but don't break. You hear that a lot, but bend but don't break. They do not give up a whole lot of points. They give up 31.7 points a game, and that's making you make plays instead of making mistakes.
Well, the kick is up, and Shane McInerney, who just joined the team, will drive it through. It's 7-0 Arizona in front with 9:31 on the clock. That opening possession took right at 5.5 minutes. Time of possession. We'll grab a timeout, everybody. Back in a moment. The Rattlers on top. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music. She never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit.
Yes. Yeah, let's grab him. I think he's on special teams, but yep, yeah, he's going out. He's going out there. So yeah, right afterward.
Same game parlays to betting our new multi-game same game parlay,
where you can combine more than one same game parlay in the same bet for bigger payouts.
Exactly, Dan. I'm a fan of daily odds boosts and Bet Rivers'
award-winning customer service.
How'd you know?
I got sources too, Jerome. Bet Rivers Sportsbook app and football. It's a whole new game.
To the snake pit, back to the hottest sports downtown in the entire land. Phoenix, I literally mean that. It doesn't get any hotter than Phoenix in the summertime, and we're going right into it. Here comes the kick from Shane McInerney. He'll take 3 steps right into it. That will be fielded on the run at the 2-yard line. And the kick brought out, and a pretty good push. Stood up the return man, and then kept pushing. I believe that was Jacob Moss. Moss on the return for Northern Arizona. They'll mark him at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10, and we get a chance now to see a pretty good quarterback. And we'll talk about him in a moment, but let's throw it. We're going to get a chance to talk in a moment to Braxton Haley, who cut that touchdown. Meanwhile, how about Garrett Kettle? He's had a great year leading this team to the top of the conference. This Wranglers team, 6'4", 210, the quarterback for Northern Arizona.
Well, that and all we heard was number one. You know how to pronounce his name. I asked Rod Windsor, their offensive coordinator, said we call him RCB. I'm going with that tonight.
Ramon, Chucky Bowman, they're looking for him. There's a tangle up in the end zone, and incidental contact is the decision by the back judge. No flag comes out after contact. It is incomplete. Dylan Winfrey on coverage. I'll say it a couple of times. I do believe I've got it as Ramon Jockey out Bowman, and I'll go with you, RCB, okay?
RCB, they've got to stop him. That's one of their number one goals. They do not want the quarterback to run the football. That's Garrett Kettle, 6'4", 210 pounds. He hurt them last year in the playoff game, but RCB is their number one target. They've got to slow him down.
Kettle with an empty backfield, and he is going to get hit, and he'll go down. Every one of those guys on that front line and the linebacker as well. All four guys coming at the quarterback get a piece of that sack right there. And the Rattlers with a big play on defense.
Led by number 99. Look at the middle of your screen. Bull rush. Just mowing down number 91. That's Brandon Grady from Northern Arizona. Coach Kyle was excited to see what Love could do tonight. When you can get pressure up the middle, it makes everybody else better. Tremendous drive by Harold Love, the starting nose tackle tonight. 6'3", and a svelte 340 pounds.
8 yards lost on the quarterback sack. Kettle steps up, and he's going to throw a ball that might have been tipped. It came out pretty wobbly, and he also looked a little unsure as he stepped into that throw, Dale. I think he was really feeling it. He didn't have a lot of pressure on that play, but early on, this Rattlers team, this defense, and this fan base, I think is making a lot of noise for Mr. Garrett.
It's making a lot of noise, and again, Coach Guy couldn't emphasize it enough. When you have a nose tackle who is physical, dominant, can put pressure up the middle, it makes everybody's job on defense easier, and Harold Love had one heck of a first drive.
And field goal try, it's blocked. Was that Terrell? I think it was Chris Terrell who blocked it. And the ball will be inside the 5-yard line for the Rattlers. A big special teams play. It's got to make Jeff Jarnigan pretty happy, and his guys come right up the middle, just like they did in getting to the quarterback 2 plays back.
See the rush right here. Tremendous job by the Rattlers field goal. You know, the further away that the field goal is, the lower trajectory it's going to come out from the kicker to get your hands up, get a chance to get your hands on the ball. They do that. Great field position to get off to an absolutely unbelievable start for the Arizona Rattlers.
Under 6 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter, and the Rattlers with an opportunity to go up 2 touchdowns. Drew Powell will take it himself, and Drew Powell will step across the line for another Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
3-yard strike, number 1, Drew Powell.
We talked about what Kevin Guy wanted to see, offensive linemen coming off the ball. And then, when you have Drew Powell and that running ability that nobody else in the league has, look at him just lower this like a running back, lowers his shoulder, bounds his way into the end zone, and there's no stopping him with good blocking up front.
And the kick is good by McInerney. We've got 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and the Arizona Rattlers have a 2-touchdown lead here at home. We're back in a moment. More Arizona Rattlers football is on the way.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl means 100 for Tucson. Over $100 million to boost our local economy since 2015. Plus, 100% of all profits to local charities. Over $4 million. And the Bowls Heroes program gives thousands of tickets to our vets, active military, first responders, and teachers. Learn more and buy tickets to the December 30th game at thearizonabowl.com.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Take another look at it, everybody. Drew Powell, second week back in off injury and going right back to work like he does. He grabs that hard hat of his, grabs that lunch pail of his. I mean, how many blue-collar quarterbacks are there anymore in this day and age, Dale? But he certainly fits that description well. Meanwhile, we have an opportunity to speak to the guy that just scored that touchdown, and we'll do that right after the tackle is made on this Shane McInerney kickoff. 5:03 on the clock in the first quarter. Arizona 14. Northern Arizona, nothing. Here's the kick from the goal line. And nice job by Moss on the return. Did he go into the wall? The official is... see no indication of a touchdown. But I think it is. It may be a touchdown. We'll let them sort things out on the field. It looks like the Wranglers are going to jump on the board for the first time today. Let's throw it down on the field, though, because the Rattlers with a now 14-6 lead behind their quarterback, Drew Powell. He is back on the scene. Sandy?
Thanks, Floyd. Powell, sorry. The first touchdown to Braxton, how were you able to connect with him?
Coach called a great play down there. We kind of figured where they would be in. Braxton ran a good route, was able to get open for me, and I just put the ball in the spot. He did all the rest.
And then you walked it in. How were you able to walk it in?
Offensive line up front, man, taking care of it. They had a loaded box, but we were still able to dominate and get off fit. So, offensive line, shout out to them. They did a good job on that play.
Thank you, Drew.
Thank you, Sandy. The point after try for the Wranglers is up and good, and our score now is Arizona 14, Northern Arizona 7. Rematch of last year's conference championship game. All season last year, the Wranglers had the Rattlers number. They did so well against them, and all of that on the way to winning a championship. And Dale, last year's team, though the makeup of this roster for the Wranglers is quite different. I mean, Les Moss, the head coach, and that team with the Wranglers has done a great job at renewing the roster, but the style of play is the same. Their offense, there's a lot of Arizona Rattlers flair, if you will, in the offense, in the play calling, in the offensive scheming. But one thing for sure about the Wranglers, they just find ways to win. They're down here by 7 right now, but that's a Wranglers team under Coach Moss that has done a good job figuring out how to win games.
Well, they have, and it's a defense that's very stingy, doesn't give up many points, and offense is basically based off the Arizona Rattlers offense. Rod Winter, the offensive coordinator now for the second year in a row, he's running the Arizona Rattler offense. Well, we'll go back to that kickoff return right there. You got momentum. You're up 14-0. Your defense is clicking, offense is clicking. You give up a special teams play, and a lot of it is, as we see this kickoff return.
Jamal Miles bounces out of the pack, and he will go across midfield before finally going into the wall. Great return by Jamal. He ran into a bit of a barrier there at the 10-yard line, reversed out of it. Did a good job to set his team up in great field position. Take another look on the Nova Home Loans instant replay.
He is so good at that, changing direction, getting out flanking guys, and getting more yards. Going back to the kickoff return for a touchdown. You have Anderson, number 21 for the Rattlers. Instead of wrapping up, they'll watch film on Monday. Instead of wrapping up, he tried to throw a shoulder in there and was not able to bring him down. I promise you, Jeff Jarnigan and company are going to say, just wrap him up. You don't need to blow guys up, make a tackle, get them on the ground. We got momentum, and now let's see if this offense can pick it up.
That was a great job by Moss, staying off the wall, by the way, on that. We've got a one-touchdown game. Here comes a throw to the end zone. That's over the head of Jamal Miles on the release from Drew Powell, who took a hit and is asking the official for a little help on that. And there is going to be a personal foul, roughing the passer. Now, I don't think Drew had to make his own case. I don't think he had the lobby for that. He got the call.
He certainly did. It was interesting. I was looking for the flag, Floyd, and it was right on the Santan Ford logo there. And it just blended in. I'm like, what flag are you talking about?
The yellow background of the graphic on the field was the perfect blend. So 14-7, the Arizona Rattlers are in front. And we approach now 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes now remaining here in the first quarter. Drew Powell walks up, gives some instruction to the line. They'll run the option, flip it out to Walker, and he'll go into the wall right at about the 9, maybe the 8-yard line. And that'll be a gain of around 5 yards for Walker. Bring up second down.
Isn't a nice pickup on first down? Dorian Walker, number 3 from Northern Arizona. Tremendous job getting out there on the edge. Because remember, when you run that option, a lot of times teams will run it. Quarterback's never going to keep it because he's not a runner, he's not physical enough and all those things. Remember, Drew Powell, he just soon keep that. And if he keeps it, he's just as dangerous as Mo Walker would be.
Powell's going to throw to the back of the end zone, and it's over the head of the receiver. Out of bounds. I believe that was Jamal Miles, the intended receiver. It's incomplete. It's under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter now here. One of the reasons we love the indoor football game, the way the rules are established with the Indoor Football League and some of the changes this year that I think have even helped to improve the game more, is the speed of the game. It's the speed of the game, Dale. We love that. You get out here, your energy, you get that energy up, and you're able to maintain that energy over the course of a game as a fan because it doesn't take forever to get to the end of it. Look at him, step up, Drew Powell into the end zone, and Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
Floyd, that's indefensible. It's absolutely indefensible. You bring the linebacker on a pass rush, a man on a man, you're running man-to-man coverage on defense. You have nobody for the quarterback, and I promise you, you need somebody, maybe 2 guys, for Drew Powell when he carries the football.
Here's another successful point after try. That's 3 of 3 on the day. I take it back. I saw McInerney throwing 5s out there.
Yeah.
I thought that meant he made the kick. Nope, that one's going to be wide left. So it's 20-7. The Rattlers have been perfect so far with the football on offense. And we've got the final 48 seconds of the first quarter right after this timeout. Stand by, everybody. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Bet Rivers has selected Pat from Pennsylvania.
Pat is a master of our new multi-game, same-game parlay, where you combine multiple same-game parlays in a single bet.
Bet Rivers Sportsbook app and football. It's a whole new game.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Well, the fun is underway in Phoenix, everybody, and the Arizona Rattlers have a 20-7 lead as we approach the second quarter. There's a line drive kick that will hit right at the goal line and then skip and bounce over the wall into the end zone. That's a great kick. It's a great kick. And that'll come out to the 5-yard line for Northern Arizona's offense.
Well, and again, what did they do the last time after a touchdown? They kick off, return for a touchdown. This time, line drive, kind of a swift kick, hard to handle, big bounce at the end. Make sure that they don't return the kickoff and take momentum. You couldn't ask, if you don't give up the kickoff return, you couldn't ask for a more perfect first quarter of football than you've seen from this Arizona Rattlers football team.
Back home after a more than a month-long break from playing in front of the home fans, the Rattlers will set up their defense, and the quarterback, Garrett, will take it for about 3.5, maybe 4 yards on the gain. Line of scrimmage, the 9-yard line for the Wranglers.
Well, Cecil Cherry came over and made the tackle for the Rattlers. Another new linebacker in. They're excited about him. 6'1", 235 pounds. He comes with bad intentions when he comes over to make the tackle and does a nice job. That is job number 2. Stop the quarterback. They also want to make sure that they do not allow number 1, DCRCB, get away from him.
Hey, that's the end of the first quarter, everybody. Our score, Arizona 20, Northern Arizona 7. Stand by. We'll be back with the second quarter. More Arizona Rattler football is on the way.
It's time to welcome to the field the IFL's.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you. We specialize rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training. Our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Bet Rivers has selected Pat from Pennsylvania.
Pat is a master of our new multi-game, same-game parlay, where you combine multiple same-game parlays in a single bet.
Bet Rivers Sportsbook app and football. It's a whole new game.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
So the Rattlers, they have jumped out on top, everybody, 20-7, the second quarter. To get underway now here at the Snake Pit. Well, the Rattlers are happy to have Drew Powell back, the reigning most valuable player in the Indoor Football League. Happy to get Braxton Haley out there on the field. He's caught a touchdown pass today. And how about the return of Lamar Mady from the ranks of the retired Dale Hellestrade? When you retired from professional football, did you have thoughts of returning at any time?
Remember, I didn't voluntarily retire.
Okay.
I was retired by Mr. Jerry Jones by a phone call and said, your services are no longer welcome here. I did go back for 3 games with the Baltimore Ravens in 2001. I wish I wouldn't have. Thank goodness that was on VHS and DVD, because I think they might be burned.
It's not going to be found on YouTube, you say. All right, here comes a second down and 6 play for the Wranglers. And contact made, but there was a tipped ball at the line of scrimmage, and somehow, what a catch by Jockey Bowman. He is able to pull that one in after contact, which was legal because, again, the tipped ball at the line.
Not only the contact, but the ball was tipped. Watch the trajectory of the football change right there. Able to concentrate, reach behind him, and catch the football.
Kittle will take that on the stat line, and it's first down, 1st and 10. The Wranglers have it at their own 17-yard line with that bright Those bright red gloves. Kettle will throw from his back foot downfield. That is intercepted! Taken away. The return is on for the Rattlers. Tackle made at the 16-yard line, and the guy that made that, Jackson Javon. One of the newer names on the roster for the Rattlers, and he pulled that one, I think, one-handed into his body to collect the takeaway for the Rattler defense.
A guy that Kevin Guy talked to us yesterday about, excited to see him on that backside corner. You see the one-hand, sticks that right glove out there, comes up with it. Again, tremendous job by this defense. Little pressure up the middle, ball comes out, overthrown, and then you make the play. We talked about that. Pressure equals picks, and then when you got number 24, Javon Jackson, taking advantage of it.
Great looks right there on the Nova Home Loans instant replay. Nova Home Loans, the exclusive replay sponsor of the Arizona Rattlers. And a step up, looked like Drew was going to run all the way. He's going to take it to the 20-yard line. That's where he goes down. 4-yard gain on the play for the Rattler offense, and that'll bring it second down at 6. Well, Arizona, their own 20.
It's always interesting to me. You got Colt Carter at center. You don't see many centers on any level in any league that are 6'7" tall. Centers are usually shorter, squattier, don't look so good. Colt Carter looks like he should be a left tackle, but he's 6'7". He's going against Theo Majetti, who's 6 foot 270 pounds, so he has leverage on him on every football play.
Here comes the give on the speed sweep, and a nice cutback by Jamal Miles, and he'll finish strong, taking it across the 15-yard line. Got an extra maybe, 8 feet out of that run by just hard-nosed finishing. Jamal Miles helps pick up another Arizona Rattlers first down.
Good old-fashioned power football. You run power, the three-man line, you pull the backside guard. Coleman leads the way. Tremendous job. You see him lower the shoulder right here. Miles doesn't shy away from contact. And again, offensive lineman getting vertical, not horizontal.
How about J.J. Coleman going downfield, staying with the play? Here's a throw. That pass is caught after a very long time in the pocket. Powell stayed alive, and then he completed it to Jamal Miles at the 10-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play, second down and 6, straight ahead for the Rattlers.
Tremendous job by the offensive line, giving Powell time to survey the entire field before he came back to his third option, completed the pass game, positive yards, keep the drive churning along.
That's a great job on the ISO and a great look on the Nova Home Loans instant replay. Gentlemen, 11:48 on the clock in the second quarter, 20-7. Rattlers in front, handed off up the middle, and that'll be Mo Walker taking it across the 5. That'll be a first down as well. Gain of 6, needed 6. It'll be first down and goal at the 4-yard line.
Blocking up front was tremendous. You got Colt Carter, you got Lamar Mady on the right side of that offensive line. Doesn't really get touched, gets tripped up a little bit there, picks up the first down. Now let's see if you're the Arizona Rattlers, can you pay this off with yet another touchdown?
Powell sets it up. Walker in motion, fake it to him, and Drew Powell steps into the end zone. His second touchdown of the night for Arizona.
A 4-yard strike, number 1, Drew Powell.
So hard to defend that play. Are you going to hand the ball off to Walker? Your eyes go with number 23, but yet Powell is just as dangerous keeping the football. With an extra point here, that's going to be 27 points with still 10 minutes left in the second quarter for the Arizona Rattlers. This Northern Arizona Wrangler football team, we got a second missed extra point. The Wranglers defense has only given up 31.7 points per game. And the Rattlers already have 26.
The Rattlers are rolling. It's 26-7, everybody. Second quarter action with 10:20 on the clock. We're back in a moment. More Arizona Rattlers football on the way.
Provider for your Arizona Rattlers. You stay healthy and they'll stay.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Every body is different. Some get injured while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
For your Rattlers,
26-7 lead for the Rattlers. Here's a line drive kick. Well done. Bounces up. Moss fields it. And Moss gets corralled at the 6-yard line. Nice coverage, but terrific kick. Again, tough to handle, tough to get a quick return put together on that. And the Rattlers coverage team able to cover the ground, get to the spot, and the tackle made right there at the 7-yard line. So a 26-7 lead for the Rattlers over the Wranglers. It'll be first down. And Garrett Kettle, who has helped engineer a first-place drive in the first half of the season for the Wranglers, well, he just hasn't been able to quite find his footing yet in this one today.
This looks like a little bit more of the Arizona Rattlers I think we all expect to see. A lot of emotion, a lot of physicality, a lot of hustle. You can tell that this team is locked in right now. Now, can they carry this off, finish the half, and then finish the game?
Here comes the pressure up the middle, and they're going to get to the quarterback and make it a tough play. Intercepted. Here it comes back. Dylan Winfrey across midfield. Cuts back. A flag is down. And so is Dylan on the tackle. Dylan got hit and just about pinwheeled out there as he got knocked down around the 11-yard line of the Wranglers. That'll be the second takeaway for the defense.
Yeah, and there's going to be a penalty. It's going to come back. Jermaine Dobbs with an illegal block on the return, I believe.
Arizona keeps the ball. First and 10.
Hey, there's that audio from the referee. Hopefully we'll have that the rest of the contest. 9:31 on the clock here in the second quarter. And after the illegal block is assessed, it will be Arizona Rattlers football and their second defensive takeaway in the game. You see that great play by Dylan Winfrey.
Ball underthrown just a little bit. Again, look at the pressure up the middle. Watch number 99, Harold Love. Watch this pocket break down a little bit. Number 52, Cecil Cherry, also there. Not able to step into the throw. Underthrown a little bit. And then what these defensive backs have done is they've taken advantage of their opportunities.
So another opportunity presents itself to Drew Powell and the Arizona Rattlers offense. They lead by 19, and here's the throw down the near sideline. It is caught. Great route, great delivery, and Isaiah Houston has a first down for the Rattlers at the Wranglers' 27-yard line.
Yeah, you look at Isaiah Houston. He's listed at 5'7", 185 pounds. Plays a lot bigger than that. Powell just drops it in the middle of that zone, able to go up. Knows he's going to take a hit. Does Houston, but concentrates on the football, catches the ball, and another first down for this Rattler offense.
It's just a great route to settle in between the the cornerback, the safety over the top, and Drew Powell found Isaiah with the perfect throw. 8.5 on the clock here in the second quarter. There are markers flying everywhere, and that usually means the offense.
Yeah, I think they're going to catch Cole Carter with a little flinch when you're 6'7".
Snap. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. First down.
When you're 6'7", 300 pounds, you can burp and be called for illegal motion.
Hey, let's check in with our Sandy Charles down on the field. Hey, Sandy.
Hey, Floyd. Dylan, big interception. How were you able to come down with that ball?
I really don't know for real. I played to the whistle, I played to the finish, man, this the whole week. Because God's just been preaching finish. Finish every rep, finish every play, finish every quarter. And we gotta keep it on, man. This game's still early, so we just gotta keep counting.
Back to you.
Catch made by Braxton Haley for another Rattlers first down. Well, maybe it won't stand. Maybe it won't be a first down. Maybe that'll be 2 yards shy. Ball at the Wranglers' 13-yard line. And the Rattlers offense on the move again after that Dylan Winfrey interception. Hey, listen, sometimes you make a play so athletic that you don't even know how you did it. And it sounds like Dylan was in that category.
Sometimes when you're that good of an athlete and you ask people, how did you do that? They just said, I don't know. I was able to make the play. And this Rattler team, what I loved most about him saying, hey, it's still early in this game.
Option, keep, and Drew Powell is down to the 10-yard line. Drew gains the first down on a gain of 3. And it will be first and goal. The nose of the football will be across that stripe, or will it? Yeah, that's a first, and as far as you can get to make it first and goal right there on your first down play. The nose of the ball just creeping into the 10-yard line there.
So now it's touchdown or bust for the Rattlers. You got to love the way that Kevin Guy is mixing things up here. He's kept this Wrangler defense off balance this entire first half.
Swing it out to Braxton, and Haley is going to go inside the 5-yard line with the ball, right to the 5-yard line. So he gets them halfway there. Second and goal now from the 5 for the Rattlers offense, who has been unstoppable by this solid Wranglers defense today.
You know the Rattlers are clicking offensively when you watch the plays that are being called. There's a screen. They're running a little bit of the counter action. They're passing the ball. Powell's kept the ball a couple times. They've handed the ball up. The Wranglers do not know what is coming right now, and this is when the Rattlers are at their best.
Miles, the fake to him. Powell wants to take it himself, and Powell gets knocked down as he crosses the 5-yard line. The guy that got there first was Chime Smith, 6'3", 245, and he held Drew Powell to a 1-yard pickup on the play. So now third down and goal.
Ran that option again. You see the defensive end, Gibbons Jr., and does a tremendous job closing down the running lane for Drew Powell. Brings up third down.
Drew will set him up. Motion. Houston on that left side, and they'll throw it to the inside receiver, and that's right off the face mask of Jamal. Jamal was open to make a little catch. The question, could he sprint and outsprint his defender to the pylon? It's not going to matter. That was right off the face mask.
Now it's interesting, Kevin Guy, what are you going to do? You got a new kicker this week, who's already missed 2 extra points. You can bring in the field goal team, which it looks like that's what he's going to do. Kevin Guy bringing in the kicker. And count on him to put 3 points up on the board.
Well, with the lead like this, I think that would be the reason, in spite of missing a couple of point-after tries, why you bring McInerney back out on the field. He'll kick out of the hold of Jorge Reyna, the backup quarterback who had started most of the games this season to this point, and this one will get pushed out there to the right. So McInerney, after hitting the first couple of points after tries, now has missed several in a row. And with 4:29 on the clock in the second quarter,
timeout on the field.
The Rattlers lead 26-7. We'll take a timeout. Stand by, everybody. It's Arizona Rattlers football.
Next pick of the draft, Bet Rivers selects Mark from Michigan.
But sources tell me he's ready to go from same-game parlays to betting our new multi-game same-game parlay.
Bet Rivers Sportsbook app and football. It's a whole new game.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
National Championship Football in Vegas. The Dollar Loan Center Indoor Football League National Championship. The best indoor football in the world in Vegas. August 5th at the Dollar Loan Center. The best in the country collide, and a national champion will be crowned. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours at IFLNationalChampionship.com.
We bring you right back into the action here in Phoenix, everybody. 26-7. The Arizona Rattlers in front of the Northern Arizona Wranglers. So here's something that might be a little telling about what those who are in the know would have to say about tonight's matchup. His home game, and finally a return home for the Rattlers after more than a month away. But Dale, you can see on the scoreboard graphic when we throw that up, back up on the screen, you can see that the Arizona Rattlers are 2.5-point favorites. The Rattlers are one spot and one game out of last place in the conference, that one game ahead of San Diego. The Wranglers are in first place in the conference, and yet the Rattlers here at home tonight, 2.5-point favorites.
Well, and again, a lot of that a testament to the home crowd. Thinking Drew Powell, now second week in the lineup. And all those things combined give the Rattlers possibly a chance. Oh,
look at this. Big hit into the boards after a high snap. That one was going wrong from the get-go. Was that Nick Watson?
Progress was stopped. It'll be second down from the 5-yard line.
So that's Nick Watson who took the snap. He is, I think, their backup quarterback, and that would beg the question, where's Garrett Kettle, who hasn't had much of a stellar start to his night so far yet, and I believe that Watson will take another snap.
A great shot from Justin Thomas. The Arizona Rattlers, 6'5", 275 pounds, puts his helmet right on the football.
Watson throws, pass is caught at the 11-yard line. There's a marker that comes out after RCB makes the catch right in front of Dylan Winfrey. Tackle made by Dylan, but we'll have to check the marker. And it does look like it is, well, we're going to see who that works against.
Illegal twist, number 99 and 90. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
We'll get that one for you there, right? The Rattlers called for the defensive penalty. Clock ticking down, 3:54 remaining here in the first half of this one. Well, do the Rattlers have another stop in them, Dale, here in the first half? Nostradamus, or did I get it right? Is that?
Well, that's it, but it's been a month.
Look at this, another takeaway! Ball intercepted by Arizona's defense. We do it again, and there's a guy, Jermaine Dobbs, who Coach Kevin Guy is very high on. He stayed with the ball as it was tipped and bobbled, hauled it in, and that's the third takeaway by the Rattlers defense today.
Tremendous coverage by Dobbs, and what I'm so impressed with these defensive backs, a lot of times you play defensive back because you got wide receiver skills, but you can't catch the football. So they line you up on the defense side of the ball. Rattlers defense defensive backs, when they have an opportunity, have done a tremendous job of coming up with the football.
Hey, listen, everybody in that defensive backfield that came to play tonight, Dale, they're all making plays out there. So now it's up to Drew Powell and the offense to see if they can take advantage of another takeaway. Points off turnovers. We'll see. Here's the throw from the back foot. Wide open left side. Braxton Haley turns on the Jets. A little bit of a hurdle at the end, and he goes into the wall inside the 5-yard line. There's another big play for the Rattler offense.
Well, that looked like a blown coverage from the Wranglers defense. Wide open down the sidelines. You just don't see that with this Wrangler defense. And remember, defense, there's a bend but don't break. Make a lot of plays to get down the field, number one, and usually counting on you to make a mistake. The Rattlers, short of a missed field goal and 2 extra points, have not made any mistakes offensively here in the first half.
That was a 21-yard pass play. Now motion to the right side, the wide side there. Here's Drew Powell picking his way, and he is going to lean across. That should be, and it is! That's an Arizona Rattlers touchdown! Drew Powell got creative with the finish. He didn't necessarily run anybody over right there, Dale. He just kind of made it happen at the end and leaned in for the touchdown.
Offensive line coming off the football, getting vertical rather than horizontal. Kevin Guy's seen enough for the missed extra points. And the field goal said we're going to go for 2. Let this clock continue to run a little bit.
Making our way down to the 1-minute warning. So 32-7, the Rattlers. All Rattlers tonight. Drew Powell will try to take this one himself. He runs right into the back of his offensive lineman. That's Lamar Mady that helped make the tackle. And that'll come up shy. So we stay at 32-7. Well, the Rattlers got to be happy about everything but somehow converting on their points after. That's about the one negative mark on the performance tonight. And when we get ready to talk here at the close of the half to Coach Guy before he goes in with his team into the locker room, something tells me he's going to say something about the kicking game or that element of tacking on the point after.
I don't think there's anything else that he can point a finger at. I mean, you've left a couple extra points, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal off the board. And then you look up there, 32 points. This Wrangler defense gives up 31.7 points per game. We're not to halftime yet. Tremendous job offensively, defensively. But if you're going to be a championship team, got to have a decent special team.
Yeah, no question about that. But what did we hear from Coach Guy when we talked to him yesterday, Dale? We heard him say that, well, the offense has been injured and yet put up some pretty good numbers this year. Okay, this offense for the Rattlers says, if you look at the stat lines, it's pretty good stuff. It's been the defense. The defense has been letting them down in too many spots and situations. Tonight, however, this defense has been fantastic. Here's a high-bounding bouncer that is brought down at the 3-yard line by Moss, and he'll get knocked down. And the guy who got one of those interceptions just a few moments ago makes the special teams tackle for the Rattlers, Jermaine Dobbs with the tackle. And it'll be 1st and 10 right there for the Wrangler offense. We'll see who comes out to take snaps. And I think we're back to Garrett Kettle.
Yeah, and you wonder what the reasoning behind that was.
Exactly, right? But I'll tell you this. Look at the gloves. Remember the bright red gloves he had the last series we saw him play? Now he's got white gloves on. Maybe it had something to do with the gloves.
This is the 1-minute warning. Time out on the field.
The 1-minute warning. You heard it right there. We'll take a break, everybody. Closing in on halftime, and Arizona comfortably in front, 32-7. Back to the Snake Pit in a moment. More Arizona Rattlers football on the way.
Winners of tonight's top.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Bet Rivers has selected Pat from Pennsylvania.
Pat is a master of our new multi-game, same-game parlay, where you combine multiple same-game parlays in a single bet.
Bet Rivers Sportsbook app and football. It's a whole new game.
Finding out here in our break that my broadcast partner, Nostradamus, not only likes to try and predict things, prophetic stuff, but he also believes that, you know, you're a lucky charm at times. You got some superstition in you.
I do have some superstition in me. Keep it going, Rattlers.
1 minute remaining, and Watson back in at quarterback. He will release, and a beautiful catch, and then into the wall to stop the clock here in this final minute. That was a great delivery. Rolling to his left, Watson let it go. 17-yard gain on the play. And on the receiving end, the guy was
holding. Offense number 74. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Jeremy Neal was the guy that made the catch, but it won't stand.
Well, interesting, they dropped Harold Love, the nose tackle, out into coverage, so only a two-man rush. Able to fit the ball in there, but one of the reasons is you get a little handsy there, grab on, and once the quarterback rolls out as an offensive lineman, you got to let go of the jersey because that's what the officials see.
It's a good call by the officials. 1st and 18. Over the head of the receiver, and Dylan Winfrey was a fingertip or two away from his second interception of the day. That's going to be incomplete, though.
I've got to tell you, Floyd, I've seen a lot of good defensive linemen come through this program here for the Arizona Rattlers. But right now, Harold Love, the nose tackle, he's going against Brandon Grady, the center for Northern Arizona. Brandon Grady doesn't have a chance. Right there, you got to take a look at it. Love is right in the lap of the quarterback almost every time he drops back to pass.
He's going to throw again. Over the middle, that pass is caught. And that's a gain of about 11 yards before it's all said and done. The guy on the receiving end there for the Northern Arizona team, Ryan Wisniewski, brought it in.
Kevin, guys wonder
Timeout. Northern Arizona. They're first. 30 seconds.
It's always fascinating to me to see how these different coaches handle this last minute. Remember, all the rules change. You talked about it earlier in the half. It's a fast-moving game. Clock seems like it continually runs, even through commercials. First half goes fast until you get to the 1 minute warning. Then things kind of slow down a little bit, and that's when strategy comes into play. The clock was stopped. Now with 49.1 seconds left. Not sure if you're Northern Arizona why you're calling a timeout there. You'd like to let this thing run down, but you do not want to give the Rattlers any time to try and come back if you in fact score.
I'm with you, Dale. I mean, I'm not going to question Les Moss, okay? But you do have to ask yourself, okay, what's he thinking? He's got some good reason. He spends a timeout and leaves some time on the clock for the Rattlers. Wonder what that was. 3rd down and 6. Here comes the play. Watson with the low snap, picks it up. Pressure from behind, and he is going down. That was a wonderful job by Chris Terrell coming around, and he went the long way
Arizona.
He went the long way to get in that quarterback
30
sack.
seconds in length.
Well, and again, great coverage downfield. It is not factored its way any more than to the first half tonight. Pressure, pick, coverage, sack. Great coverage downfield leads to the sack. We've seen great pressure up front leads to a pick. Just a tremendous job by this defense that has risen to the challenge from the coaching staff. And what was interesting, I was watching both coaches, Rod Windsor, who used to play for the Arizona Rattlers, used to coach here. He was about to call a timeout. Kevin Guy called a timeout right before he did. It's 4th down. I'm not sure if you're Northern Arizona why you would be calling a timeout.
39 seconds remaining. Each team with 2 timeouts left here in the first half. We'll see if the Rattlers have enough time to put more points on the board. And I say that because it's been a pretty ineffective night all night for the Wranglers. Here's a snap to show you more of that. Is that Chris Terrell again on the ball? It was. Terrell there draws the flag from one of those offensive linemen from his back.
Well, no, they're going to call illegal motion before the snap to nullify the play.
The official has his microphone on.
Talk about uncomfortable shoes.
That's what I thought I heard.
False start. Offense, number 2. That's a 5-yard penalty. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 91, his first. That penalty enforced, half the distance to the goal. 4th down.
Listen, when it rains, it pours, and today, everything that can go wrong for the Wranglers is going wrong.
Well, and again, don't lose this, Floyd, in the fact that if there was not a penalty on the play for the pre-snap penalty, they fumbled the snap. Rattlers had the ball right there.
So 4th down, and 21. Here comes the kicking squad on. Remember that Chris Terrell earlier blocked a field goal try. And with the way things have been going with the Rattlers, anything's possible right now. Here's the spot, and there's the long kick, returnable. It'll be fielded midway into the end zone. Jamal Miles splits the defenders, open field, and then a good tackle made on special teams to prevent any further damage. Is that Garrett Kettle, the holder, who came racing downfield to make that tackle for the Wranglers? How about that guy?
Well, and that's why on a long field goal attempt in the indoor football league like that, you almost rather kick it out of bounds, because where it goes out of bounds is where the opposition gets the ball. Otherwise, you miss it in the field of play, you got those 300-pound dudes running down to cover a missed field goal, and you only got 1 or 2 athletes, and thank goodness they had those 1 or 2 athletes to make the tackle almost at midfield.
So now a 26-yard field in front of the Rattlers with 2 timeouts remaining, 28.8 seconds, a lot of time for Drew Powell and company. Here they go. That throw will be caught by Braxton Haley. Braxton has a penchant for going up and over the wall acrobatically, and the fans always love it. That's a first down, and the clock will stop. No need to call a timeout. Although I do believe somebody might have. Nope, no timeout called.
Well, Haley's 6'4" tall, and then he's got the leaping ability. Being a wide receiver here in the indoor football league, not only do you have the defender, you have to keep your eye on the football, but you know the dasher boards are always there on those out routes.
He goes right into that beautiful Nova home loans.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 24 seconds. 24 seconds. Thank you.
Right into that beautiful Nova Home Loans dasher pad on that side of the field. And, of course, all of our replays are brought to you by our exclusive presenting sponsor of Arizona Rattlers Replays. That's Nova Home Loans, everybody. Take another look. A thing of beauty. And a good finish for Braxton Haley at the end of it. 24 seconds remain. here in the first half. A lot of time and still 2 timeouts remaining for Arizona. And if they score quickly, there's still plenty of time. Time for a couple of shots at the end zone by the Wranglers. The Rattlers were to score here on, let's say, this play. Now, they're going to throw the screen over the middle. Walker, he's got a convoy, and he will leap over and into the end zone. Another Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
Floyd, as I said, the Rattlers offense is clicking when they are hitting on all cylinders, and by that I mean you're running the football, you're throwing the football, you're incorporating screen passes, and those are just devastating in this league if you can execute them, and we've seen a couple of those tonight from the Rattler offense.
Point after is straight through the pipes this time by McInerney. And our score with 16.6 seconds remaining in the first half. Arizona 39, Northern Arizona 7. A near perfect first half being put together by this Rattlers club. And Coach Kevin Guy, well, he's got to be, for a guy that's hard to make happy, he's got to have some emotion leaning in that way.
He does, but let me tell you what he's thinking right now, Floyd. What he's thinking right now is how can I get these guys refocused at halftime because there's still 2 quarters of football left.
There's a guy right there, Jeff Jarnigan, that will help him keep those guys focused at halftime.
And it's amazing when you talk to these coaches and their mindset, and you really can't even enjoy this. As a fan, you can. As a player, you can. And then you're going to the locker room, and you're going to hear these coaches blabber on about it's 0-0. It's 0. Yeah. You're going, no, coach, it's 39-7.
How many times have you heard that statement there? It's 0-0, guys. Okay. All right, coach. I'm not sure where you found that, coach, but whatever you said. Hey, listen, how many times with coaches, Dale, when you take a lead like the Rattlers are going to take into halftime, I mean, there's time right here, 16.6 seconds. There's time for the Wranglers to do some, 2 timeouts left. But the Rattlers are going to have a big lead going into halftime. How many times does a coach look at that and say to themselves, I'm not saying Kevin Guy has this kind of factor to him. As we watch the kick bounce up and into the hands of Moss at the 8-yard line, and he runs into the coverage team. And a marker comes out late there. How many times do you think there are coaches out there, as they're going into the locker room, their whole thought process is, okay, now I've got to figure out how not to lose this game and have a monumental meltdown. We've seen it happen from time to time out there. I think the Minnesota Vikings come to mind.
First and 10, Northern Arizona.
But, you think that's a factor sometimes for a coach?
You're going in as a coach with a lead like this, even if the Wranglers would score, you don't want them to because that gives them a little bit of momentum going in at halftime. But what you're saying to yourself, and he'll be distracted when he talks to Sandy, even though things are going fantastic, is that how can I get my team to come out and the first 2 drives, offensively and defensively, can we do the same thing?
Here's a catch and then a pretty strong tackle made on the near sideline.
Well, and that tells you a whole lot right there, Floyd.
The end of the first half.
Tells you a whole lot right there. Northern Arizona didn't even call a timeout. They said enough. Let's get into the locker room.
Facing the avalanche that has been the Rattlers today, they opted not to spend any more time than they did down on the field. Head coach Kevin Guy standing by with our Sandy Charles. Hey, Sandy.
Hey, Floyd, thanks. Coach, you told me before the game you wanted your defense to come out strong, put pressure on them. How do you think they've done so far?
I think they're playing great. This organization's got a lot of pride. And, we haven't been playing up to expectations. We made some personnel moves this week. I never let anybody come in and speak to my team, but because I always like to control the message, but I let Dale come in yesterday. I got to give him a little credit.
He energized them. What about Drew Powell, having your quarterback? What have you seen from him?
Well, he's showing great leadership. I think the guys around him are responding.
and now we just got to keep the foot on the gas pedal. This is where we got to get back to playing Rattler football and just start blowing teams out.
Thank you, Coach. Floyd, back to you.
Well, there's a pretty good sign of a team that could blow some people out. What a first half for the Arizona Rattlers. 39-7, they lead Northern Arizona, the defending champions, in this one tonight at the Steak Pit, downtown Phoenix. We're going to grab a timeout here, everybody. Halftime on the way. We'll break it down for you as we continue from the Footprint Center. Don't go anywhere. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl means 100 for Tucson. Over $100 million to boost our local economy since 2015. Plus, 100% of all profits to local charities. Over $4 million. And the Bowls Heroes program gives thousands of tickets to our vets, active military, first responders, and teachers. Learn more and buy tickets to the December 30th game at thearizonabowl.com.
This just in, with the first pick of the draft, BetRivers has selected Pat from Pennsylvania.
This is a great pick. Pat is a master of our new multi-game, same-game parlay, where you combine multiple same-game parlays in a single bet.
That's right, Jerome. He recently bet the point spread, total points, and player props across multiple games for an even bigger payout. Amazing.
Pat also loves fried chicken.
Yep, he's a special talent. BetRivers Sportsbook app and football. It's a whole new game.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
We at the IFL and our teams have always been involved in supporting the communities that support us. We have been honored to be able to help raise funds for local charities and schools. We've had opportunities to rightfully honor the first responders, the military, teachers, and other heroes of our communities. Our primary focus has been and will continue to be the youth in our local schools and programs. Our players have worked with them on the field of play, read with them in the classroom, and simply spent time with them as friends. We will continue these efforts, but feel it's time to bring nutrition into the fold. Build Your Base is the perfect partner for this edition. For the past 5 years, the Build Your Base program has been educating and empowering youth, high school, and college athletes to leverage the power of nutrition to support good health and athletic performance. Build Your Base will help us include a nutrition-based message into our time with local youth. We'll hold game time events in multiple communities throughout the 2023 season. Events will feature players visiting with local youth to play, visit, and have fun, all while teaching them about food, exercise, and nutrition. In 2023, look for game time events near you, as well as shared information about good health, good food, and good fun. Build Your Base will not just be the IFL's partner. Build Your Base will be our partner in our communities.
Back into the Snake Pit. Welcome back to Phoenix, everybody, on a hot summer, well, almost summer night here in the Valley of the Sun, and a big first half in this matchup between the Arizona Rattlers and the defending champion, Northern Arizona Wranglers. Score at halftime, 39-7, and the Rattlers have left points on the table. They missed a field goal, missed a few extra point attempts, missed a 2-point try. The Rattlers haven't scored nearly what they could have scored in that first half. It's been very impressive what they've done. Dale, let me throw some numbers at you from that first half. The Arizona Rattlers have outgained Northern Arizona by a 176-24 count. 24 yards of total offense for the Wranglers. That Rattlers defense has been spectacular. The two quarterbacks, Garrett Kettle, he's had a great first half of the year here in the Indoor Football League. 12 yards passing. His teammate Nick Watson, 12 yards passing. They actually have negative 13 yards of passing offense as a team when you factor in the sack yardage that the Rattlers have been able to tally. Only 4 yards rushing for the Wranglers in that first half. And give you one more number. The Rattlers have 15 first downs in the game. The Wranglers have two first downs. How about those numbers?
Well, Floyd, really what I'm hearing from you is blah, 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 blah. I don't think you're focusing on the right point here. Coach Kevin Guy said, I talked to the team yesterday.
That's
if
right.
If you don't think that I'm not taking full credit for the first half, all the numbers, all the blah, 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 I'm taking all the credit. I promise you that. It's been a dominating performance. They had questions about the defense. The defense has come out and really shut this offense down for Northern Arizona, and then the offense under Drew Powell, you can just see how they're going to continue to improve each and every week.
3 interceptions for the Rattlers defense, and if I'm not mistaken, they turned all 3 of those into points. I mean, this team has played a spectacular first half. Special teams has been a bit of a problem. That one touchdown scored by the Wranglers was a kickoff return for a touchdown, so there was that. And they've missed a couple of points after. They've missed a field goal try as well. So there are some things, of course, that they want to tighten up. They want to, maybe polish up a little bit for the second half. But when you talk about offense and you talk about defense, the Rattlers could not have drawn it up any better than this one so far, I think.
And let me tell you this, and I've talked to many coaches over the years, the fact that it was a nearly perfect first half. So as a coach, what are you going to do and go, hey, keep the foot on the gas. Hey, it's 0-0. Hey, let's keep playing. Well, as a player, you know it's 39-7. But guess what? There is one part of this football team that has really struggled tonight, and that's special teams. So guess what? I can kind of blow a gasket as a head coach. Special teams. We got to focus in. We got offense. We got defense. We missed extra points. We missed 2-point conversions. We've given up a kickoff return for a touchdown. Let's get our act together to try and refocus them for the second half.
39-7 is our score as you take a look at those Nova Home Loans replays from the first half. Everybody, thank you to Nova Home Loans for their sponsoring partnership of Arizona Rattlers football. And again, yes, 39-7, a big lead for Arizona over Northern Arizona. We'll continue our halftime breakdown and extended halftime here tonight at the Footprint Center. We'll continue with it in just a few moments. This is Arizona Rattlers football. Back in a bit.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
We at the IFL and our teams have always been involved in supporting the communities that support us. We have been honored to be able to help raise funds for local charities and schools. We've had opportunities to rightfully honor the first responders, the military, teachers, and other heroes of our communities. Our primary focus has been and will continue to be the youth in our local schools and programs. Our players have worked with them on the field of play, read with them in the classroom, and simply spent time with them as friends. We will continue these efforts, but feel it's time to bring nutrition into the fold. Build Your Base is the perfect partner for this edition. For the past 5 years, the Build Your Base program has been educating and empowering youth, high school, and college athletes to leverage the power of nutrition to support good health and athletic performance. Build Your Base will help us include a nutrition-based message into our time with local youth. We'll hold game time events in multiple communities throughout the 2023 season. Events will feature players visiting with local youth to play, visit, and have fun, all while teaching them about food, exercise, and nutrition. In 2023, look for game time events near you, as well as shared information about good health, good food, and good fun. Build Your Base will not just be the IFL's partner. Build Your Base will be our partner in our communities.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Back into Phoenix. Welcome back. It's halftime, everybody. Halftime in the 30th season of Arizona Rattlers football. Decades of dominance, they call it around here. And it has been for sure. 6 championships to the credit of Arizona. The all-time winningest professional franchise in Arizona history. And the Rattlers have a 39-7 lead over Northern Arizona here at the break. Well, let's have a quick look at the standings. In the Western Conference, the Northern Arizona Wranglers, who finished second in the conference last year, and then had to go through Phoenix to get to the championship game. They did so, and they did win the championship last year. Well, they've worked themselves up to a first place spot right now. They are, if my math is correct, they're one full game ahead of the Bay Area Panthers. Northern Arizona came into the game with a 5-2 record. Bay Area 4-3, and then it's the Tucson Sugar Skulls following them at 3-3. Duke City is at 3-4, same record that the Vegas Nighthawks possess, 3-4 record. Same record the Arizona Rattlers brought into this one as well tonight. And that's just one game in front of the team at the bottom of the standings. That's the San Diego Strike Force at 2-5 right now. Rattlers, they take care of business in the fashion they have so far in this one, will be on their way to getting back to a 500 record and pulling to within one full game of the first place Northern Arizona Wranglers. Will Bay Area, will they move into a tie? To do so is going to take a pretty monumental undertaking tonight. They do have a home game, but it's against the only undefeated team in the league, the 7-0 Frisco Fighters. Big challenge ahead for Bay Area. If they can pull off that win, they can move into a tie if Arizona holds on and gets this one. Floyd Simmons here. I bring back in Dale Hellerstray. Hey, Dale. So, pretty bunched up here in the Western Conference. Some people making a lot of the fact that the Rattlers are 2 games back and they're a game under 500. But when you look at it, there are only 2 teams in the Western Conference above 500 right now, and there's a lot of room to move. And I would say that in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll see a lot of movement in the conference.
Yes, and obviously you've been around here for a couple years. I've been around here for a long time, and people love to hate on teams that are successful. I don't care what league you're talking about, NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, even the indoor football league. And you got to be a little silly to think that people are enjoying the Rattlers struggling a little bit right now. But you also got to know that people know about this coaching staff, and they know about these players, and they know there's some young guys on here. They've battled injuries, and they're only going to be better as this season goes along. And I promise you're not going to want to see the Arizona Rattlers second half of the year.
Yeah, and after this game, the Rattlers will have 7 games remaining on the schedule. 7 games remaining on the schedule. They'll be back here at home next week against the Vegas Nighthawks. Then they go to Prescott Valley to rematch with these Northern Arizona Wranglers. That's on June 3rd. The following week, it's the Bay Area Panthers coming to town. Then a trip to Duke City before the Rattlers finish their season up with 3 straight home games. June 24th, July 2nd, July 15th is the final game. And a third game this year is that final game of the regular season, third game against the Northern Arizona Wranglers. These 2 teams are going to know each other a lot by the time it all ends. And they might very well have a playoff game in front of them as well. You could see 4 games played between the Rattlers and the Wranglers here before the thing is all said and done. But after a little more than a month off between home games, between this one and the previous game, Dale, finally the Rattlers are going to get a long stretch, and it's going to be tough on all those teams that have to come through Phoenix and play in front of this amazing fan base that the Rattlers have.
Well, and so you couple the fact that they have been on the road and struggled a little bit with injuries and whatnot, and now they're going to be at home getting healthier. I promise you there's a lot of people out there right now saying we do not want to see the Rattlers the back half of the season.
Well, it's still halftime here, and we got an extended halftime tonight in Phoenix. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go anywhere. Arizona 39, Northern Arizona 7. Back with more Arizona Rattlers football in just a bit.
DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music. She never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
With the next pick of the draft, Bet Rivers selects Mark from Michigan.
But sources tell me he's ready to go from same-game parlays to betting our new multi-game same-game parlay.
Bet Rivers Sportsbook app and football. It's a whole new game.
Every body is different. Some get injured while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Hey, we're back, everybody, to Phoenix, and let's go back down to the field. Sandy Charles.
Thanks, Floyd. Coach, what were you able to tell them to refocus them with such a big lead?
Well, I reminded them last year that we were up 14 at halftime and had the ball, and we came out and let them get back in the game, and they knocked us out of the playoffs. So, you know, we're focused on us right now, keeping pressure on them, and you know, we just got to go out and play. And you know, we're trying to get better as a football team. We certainly haven't arrived yet, so we got to keep playing and make sure we take care of the ball in the second half, and you know, just stay disciplined and you know, keep the pressure on.
You kept some points off of the board. What needs to be cleaned up?
Well, you know, obviously we missed a couple extra points and a field goal. I mean, Drew's 11 of 13 right now. Our defense is not giving up a touchdown. They scored on a kickoff return. So, you know, life is good in Rattler land right now. We just got to keep the pressure on.
Thanks, Coach. Guys, back to you.
All right, Sandy, thanks.
What I would have loved to see, it was 21-20, and Sandy asked him that same question. Life is good in Rattler land right now. Let's see if they can continue that, especially the start of this third quarter.
Yeah, what a great first half by Drew Powell. He pointed that out. And we mentioned that earlier that the Rattlers got 15 first downs in the first half. The Wranglers offense, they managed to squeeze out 2 first downs. That's it in that entire first half, and 28 yards of offense. That was just spectacular play by Arizona. I think everything that Coach Guy wants out of his offense, he got it. Everything he wants out of his defense, he got that in that first half as well.
As I pointed out in the first half, the Wranglers defense giving up 31.8 points per game. 31.7 points per game. Rattlers have 39. The Rattlers defense been under a lot of scrutiny from us, from the coaching staff, from the fans. Has been giving up almost 49 points a game. Tonight, after the first half, they've given up 7. The other thing, when you look at this Wrangler defense, they've been able to put pressure on quarterbacks. 12 sacks coming into this game. Drew Powell has had plenty of time to throw the football, and when he's decided to run with it, he's found openings to hurt the Wrangler defense.
No doubt about it. Nostradamus.
By the way, they win this football game going away like this. Don't think that Kevin Guy is not getting a bill for my speaking services in the mail.
All right, let's get this thing underway. The second half with the kick into the corner. Great kick delivered by McInerney. And on the return, another good job in coverage. The guy on the return, Jacob Moss, coming down to make the tackle, Jermaine Dobbs. And it'll be first down for the Wrangler offense. They have the ball at their own 7-yard line to begin the second half. Arizona in front, 39-7. Welcome back to Rattlers football, everybody.
You know, it's interesting. Anderson was also involved on that tackle. He was the one on the kickout that was returned for a touchdown that came in there and put a shoulder in rather than wrapping up. This time came in, wrapped him up, made a nice, clean tackle for a very, very short return.
Second half begins with, that looks like that is going to be Garrett Kettle who starts the second half. And Kettle with the nice run from scrimmage on first down, takes it across midfield. He will be marked at the 48-yard, 48. Forgot the size of the field. It's the 23. Pardon me on that. The 23-yard line, a great run by Garrett Kettle. And well, listen, I mean, there's a lot of real estate to cover for the Wranglers offense, but I don't think that is the kind of start that Coach Guy wanted from his defense. He wanted them to make a statement early.
Well, it looks like this Northern Arizona team, they're not really in any hurry. They're coming out. Obviously, Kettle can run with the football. That was one of the big things that Kevin Guy pointed out this week, that they needed to slow down.
Back to throw. Kettle dumps it out there. And into the dasher pad after the completed pass. Catching that ball is Glenn Gibbons Jr. on the receiving end.
Other thing I want to point out is they went into motion there, brought a receiver really into the backfield. Northern Arizona put their only running back on IR yesterday. And so they have no running backs on the roster. Well, as a defensive coach, what does Kevin Guy think? Well, they're going to go a lot of empty formation. They're not going to run the football very much unless it's the quarterback. And here you see again another open formation, no running back.
Kettle lets it go. Might have been tipped. And JCB with the catch. That'll be a first down on a gain of 7 yards. Move those chains for the Wrangler offense to the Rattlers' 12-yard line.
Why, I didn't realize you'd give up that quickly. You kind of looked at me when I said, just so you know, I'm going with RCB. And you said, no, I'm going with the full pronunciation. And now you're an RCB fan.
It's been a long day, Dale. I'm just getting into chillax mode for a moment. First down coming up for the Wrangler offense, working from the 12-yard line. Ryan Wisniewski splits out left. And they're going to hand it off on the jet sweep. Great move. Nice swim move outside to get to the end zone. And that's a touchdown for Glenn Gibbons Jr. And the Wranglers strike quickly with their first offensive touchdown of the game.
Well, that was a really nice drive. Again, made the Rattler defense defend the entire field. You get Dylan Winfrey out in the wide open, nowhere for him to go for help, no other Rattlers around him. Great move and a touchdown, and that's exactly what you want to have happen if you're Northern Arizona.
And the Wranglers will bring the offense out to try for 2. Try to make this a 24-point difference if they can do that. And then, hey, you come back and you kick the deuce, right? We talk about a 10-point swing possible in a short period of time. Kettle to throw, and there is contact. That'll be a marker against the defense. The Rattlers are going to get called, and that'll give another shot at 2. They'll move half the distance.
Half the distance to the goal. Repeat the try.
Dobbs the guy who got called. Take another look. That'll be a great look right there. The Nova Home Loans Instant Replay. Thank you to Nova Home Loans, our exclusive replay presenting sponsor for Arizona Rattlers football. Another opportunity as they move the ball to the 1.5-yard line. Kettle working from the empty backfield. Something you've seen all night long, right? Give it to Jockey Al Bowman, and there is Dylan Winfrey. Winfrey steps up, makes the great open field tackle, denies the 2-point conversion, and our score will be Arizona 39 and Northern Arizona at 13 with their touchdown. Stand by. The third quarter continues in a moment, everybody. You are watching Arizona Rattlers football. We'll be right back.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl means 100 for Tucson. Over $100 million to boost our local economy since 2015. Plus, 100% of all profits to local charities. Over $4 million. And the Bowls Heroes program gives thousands of tickets to our vets, active military, first responders, and teachers. Learn more and buy tickets to the December 30th game at thearizonabowl.com.
Hey, everybody. We're back at it. Back into the Footprint Center, the home of, well, the Phoenix Suns, Phoenix Mercury, and these Arizona Rattlers. There's that screenshot of the 30 years of excellence, the decades of dominance with the Arizona Rattlers.
Floyd, I got to ask you, they did a wrong jersey cam during the timeout here.
Yes, they did.
Why was there really not a whole lot of response until a Cowboy jersey came up? Why is that? Well, why are the Cowboys so hated?
Who, America's team?
Yeah, I mean, we're lovable, aren't we?
America's team. You won some Super Bowls with those Cowboys, didn't you? Well, listen, people love to hate the Cowboys.
When I played in the 90s, obviously we were pretty good, Floyd, and what I always had fun with is the fact that we were the number one most popular team, and we were the number one most hated team.
Yes.
Everybody had an opinion on the Cowboys.
Yes, undoubtedly. And here's a scoop up at the 12-yard line by Jamal Miles, who can't quite get out of the pack there, and he goes into the wall. That'll be first down for the Rattlers. They'll work from their own 16-yard line, everybody. Welcome back in. Arizona 39, Northern Arizona 13. And this Rattlers team is looking like they're looking like they should look when they've got guys like Drew Powell and Lamar Mady in that lineup out there. Braxton Haley back in. They get Mo Walker, their top running back from injury. He got hurt just a couple of days before the regular season, hasn't been seen for several weeks, and now he's out there, and this team is starting to put some things together. There is Walker with the handoff, and he is going to get dragged down, loss on the play. Forward progress gets him to about the 14-yard line, so that'll be a 2-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, and that's a really nice job by Armand Carey, the defensive lineman, 6'5", 325, lining up against Mady. I told you during the break, Floyd, I believe that this is the drive of the game. The Rattlers drive the ball down. They come away with points, preferably a touchdown. Everything will be fine. They turn the ball over here, give the ball over on downs, and all of a sudden you might find yourself in a fist fight for the rest of this football game.
Oh, and a nice delivery by Drew Powell. Make him 12 of 14 in the game with that connection to Jamal Miles.
Well, what I want you to watch this. I mean, you get the snap, really about a 3-step drop. Ball comes out on time. Great route, uncoverable because the ball's out before Miles actually makes his cut. Makes it easier on the offensive line, makes it easier on the other receivers. Really looks really easy. But all that means is that Jamal Miles has to run the precise route, and you saw that right there.
Great mix of run-pass tonight for the Rattlers, succeeding in both, and they will use the play action to throw toward the end zone. That's incomplete, overthrown. And on his back is Drew Powell with contact after the release.
Yeah, Keshawn Walker, number 23 for Northern Arizona, got away with a little tug here, the defensive back. We're going to see it here. Back end of the screen there, he reaches out and tugs the jersey. It'll be coming right into your living room. You see the out route there, you see the hands on the jersey, and
it was going to be a tough catch anyway, and I think that's why the back judge went ahead and hung onto his flag on that play. Looking at the contact on Drew Powell, wasn't the cleanest of pockets, but boy, his offensive line has done a terrific job of keeping him upright here in the game today. And their hat-on-hat blocking tonight has been something to behold, Dale. I think, you know, when you look at who out there are playing really the great games, who's putting together the big games tonight for the Rattlers, you could look at Drew, you could look at any one of the defensive backs in the games that they played tonight. How about the offensive line?
And you take a look at that. That's one thing that Kevin Guy had mentioned. He said he wants his football teams are known for their physicality. Yes, they put up a lot of points in glitz and glamour, but they always want to beat you up physically. And he said it's a work in progress right now.
Quick release, short of the first down. Braxton Haley running. He was trying to run a sticks right. Well, he's going to get a great. Well, I'm going to give him the first down. He gets a great. I thought it's a great spot. We'll look at it on the Nova Home Loans instant replay here. See if he got there. Yeah. I think you got some help.
Depends on which side of the aisle you're sitting on, huh? Hey, the Rattlers will take it. They're usually fairly generous in the indoor football league with
yes, they
first
are.
down.
Yes, they are.
To keep the clock moving.
You don't get any measurements. You just got to get into the zip code. Here's the pass caught off the right side. Great open field defensive play by the Wranglers after the Braxton Haley catch. They were trying to get that wide receiver screen out there, that bubble screen, and it never developed.
Well, Tremont Lofton, 6'3", 275 pounds, number 54, was out there in a big-time hurry. You see him come in there, but that all started because number 20 for Northern Arizona came up and was very physical at the point of attack and wasn't able to be blocked.
So the ball is at the 11-yard line. Second down play coming up for Arizona. Here comes the pump fake and the catch made by Braxton Haley. And he is driven into the dasher pad on that side in the vicinity of the 5-yard line. Well, you got two great coaches here tonight, Dale, and In the history of indoor football, only 2 head coaches have ever won a championship in both the Indoor Football League and the Arena Football League. Only 2 coaches have ever accomplished that feat, and they're coaching here in this game tonight. Kevin Guy on one side, Les Moss on the other side.
Well, and then we found out, maybe you knew, I did not know, Les Moss actually coached Kevin Guy back in the 90s when Kevin Guy was a young, snotty-nosed, young football player.
Their friendship endures to this day. There's a pass caught in the back of the end zone. Braxton Haley hauls it in. Another Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
5-yard shot for Drew Powell. Number 13, Braxton Haley. Number 96, Shane McInerney on for 10 extra points.
Catch made by Braxton Haley. Sandy Charles, how about Braxton?
Yeah, I talked to him before the game, Floyd, and it was him that told me he's feeling 113%, and you saw that right now. I also asked him about the chemistry between Drew. He said, we know what he's thinking. He knows what we're thinking. We're like a network, always on the same page, and you're seeing that tonight.
113%. We'll take it. 4.5 minutes on the clock, third quarter. Arizona 46, Northern Arizona 13. This is Arizona Rattlers football, everybody.
All right, fans, time to get your mini footballs ready because we want to see how good your arms and aim are.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Technical difficulty there. Sorry about that, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us. You missed the kickoff. That's all you really did miss. And the ball was returned to the 15-yard line by Northern Arizona. We are back to the action here with 4 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Arizona 46. And Northern Arizona 13. Back to throw, Garrett Kettle. Deep, man wide open. That's RCB. Ramad Shaquial Bowman hauls it in and takes it in for a Northern Arizona touchdown.
Well, that's the one thing that you don't want to see if you're the Arizona Rattlers. You don't mind them driving down the field 4, 5, 6 plays, running time off the clock, get into the fourth quarter. But the one thing that's kind of plagued this Arizona Rattler football team is blown coverages, miscommunication, those kind of things. In the secondary, you got Merriweather, you got Winfrey, you got some veterans back there. Another blown coverage, because the one guy that you do not want to leave uncovered is RCB, number 1 for the Wranglers, a 6'2", 205-pound wide receiver.
Well, a throw into the end zone is for an attempt at a two-point conversion is intercepted by Dylan Winfrey, everybody. I know that you see a frozen look on your screen right there. And we're doing what we can to overcome a technical issue that's going on in the broadcast control center. So, with that being said, we'll get you some. I think you'll get some audio right here. honor to be back again, everybody, to Arizona, and dealing with some continued technical issues. We apologize for that. We may not have one of the things that may be lacking from this point forward, and hopefully we'll continue and successfully execute a broadcast for the final quarter and 2.5 minutes that are remaining. We may not have any replay capability for you. We'll let you know on that, okay? Meanwhile, here's a handoff as the Rattlers choose to go on the ground. Mo Walker breaks the tackle, and he is dragged down near the 15-yard line of Northern Arizona. That'll be a gain of 17 on that rushing play for the Rattlers.
Well, Floyd, I want to volunteer my services. Obviously, I fixed the Rattlers yesterday. And it'd be interesting to see if Kevin Guy now wants me to come in every week to talk to the team and inspire them and all that. But maybe you want me to get to work on the computer back there and get everything fixed as much as we can.
Listen, I'll take any help you can provide, Dale. As we watch Drew Powell go up under center. No, that's Jorge Reyna. No, it is Drew Powell. And Drew's going to give it. And a tackle will be made right at the line of scrimmage. Walker, no gain on the play.
Well, as you look at this Arizona Rattlers offense, obviously you're going to take time between plays. The play clock still has not started yet, 25 seconds, even though the game clock is running, and you just want to make this game as short as possible. Obviously, running the football helps, but don't be afraid to say, don't be surprised to see Drew Powell throw some short passes here, especially from this field position.
Under a minute remaining here in the third period. Powell fakes it, looks, steps into a pass, and he completes it for the touchdown. The Rattlers are on the board again, and that's Jamal Miles in the front corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Well, it's almost unfair. Michael Witherspoon, the defensive back for Northern Arizona, has Miles any way he goes, and that's like an invitation to steal a little bit there. Ball came out a smidge late for Drew Powell as Witherspoon almost got over there and got a hand on it. But another touchdown drive by this Rattlers offense. And they're going to let this third quarter run out.
Time will tick down, and we'll move on to the fourth quarter. That's when the point after will be attempted by the Rattlers. Stand by, Rattler Nation, 52-19. Yeah, it's a whitewashing for this Rattlers team. Stand by for the fourth quarter. More Rattlers football is on the way.
Arizona Bowl means 100 for Tucson. Over 100 million to boost our local economy since 2015. Plus, 100% of all profits to local charities. Over 4 million. And the Bowls Heroes program gives thousands of tickets to our vets, active military, first responders, and teachers. Learn more and buy tickets to the December 30th game at thearizonabowl.com.
Hey, a lot of fun happening up here in the broadcast booth, I'll tell you that. The point after try you saw there, our score 53-19. The fourth quarter comes to an end. We are going to we're going to take a shot at a break here. We'll see if we can get a commercial break in for you here as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Here with more Arizona Rattlers football on the way.
This just in, with the first pick of the draft, Bet Rivers has selected Pat from Pennsylvania.
This is a great pick. Pat is a master of our new multi-game, same-game parlay, where you combine multiple same-game parlays in a single bet.
That's right, Jerome. He recently bet the point spread, total points, and player props across multiple games for an even bigger payout. Amazing.
Pat also loves fried chicken.
Yep, he's a special talent. Bet Rivers Sportsbook app and football. It's a whole new game.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Every body is different. Some get injured while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
The kick is returned to the 19-yard line by Northern Arizona. They've got the football, and we are back in it. Everybody, 53-19. You take a look at Braxton Haley, who's had a solid game in this one tonight for the Rattlers. He comes running off the field a little angularly, though doesn't like he might have got tweaked a little out there.
Yeah, a little angularly, I think a little angly. Let's hope he's okay, shaking his head over there.
Kettle releases. Nice move, and that is going to be a tackle inside the 15, closer to the 10-yard line after the good catch brought in by Glenn Gibbons. And then that first move, he's got some great moves, and he showed it right there. Big first down, they'll mark him at the 5-yard line is what they'll do.
So hard out in the open field, one-on-one to make a tackle, really in any league, but especially this indoor football league. Got to get more bodies to the ball. As we said in that third quarter, Kevin Guy and the Rattlers don't mind you scoring, but they want to take some time off the clock. Run 4, 5, 6 plays until you score.
Kettle's throw. Catch is made, RCB, and that'll be a Wranglers touchdown. The Northern Arizona offense has been a whole lot more effective in the second half than they were in that first half. The Rattlers keeping pace in the half, so the big lead continues. But here, a touchdown will make it 53-25, and the Wranglers will set up to try the point after in a moment. Looks like the offense stays on the field.
RCB, 6'2", 205 pounds, going against Dylan Winfrey, who's listed at 5'11", almost unfair. I believe RCB might be a smidge taller than 6'2". He'll throw the ball up. He goes up and catches it. You can see why he is such a feared weapon for this Wrangler offense.
So they'll move the ball outside the hash on the left side. Kettle will throw toward the back, and there he is again. RCB could not make the catch, and a melee breaks out near the line of scrimmage. Well, I was watching the tail end of the play, so I didn't see what precipitated the extracurricular activity between these two teams.
Well, I saw number 55. Looks like...
Well, you never take your helmet off. That mistake made by a couple of players out there. Keep the helmet on for various reasons. Marker is down.
I believe that's 65, Justice Smith for Northern Arizona.
$53-25. We'll find out what
is no good. After play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 65, his first. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 95. Those fouls counted by rule.
Not exactly sure what Chris Terrell was supposed to do.
Simon Imaging is proud to be the official radiology provider.
We'll take a timeout. 53-25. The Rattlers comfortably in front. And they are going to get the football back here in just a moment. Arizona Rattlers football. Stand by.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
National Championship Football in Vegas. The Dollar Loan Center Indoor Football League National Championship. The best indoor football in the world in Vegas. August 5th at the Dollar Loan Center. The best in the country collide, and a national champion will be crowned. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours at IFLNationalChampionship.com.
Well, the house is still rocking here in Phoenix. The Arizona Rattlers have the big lead. They're in front by 28. You've made the point several times about how well this defense has played for Northern Arizona. And you also have pointed out that the Rattlers have exceeded their offensive output. So it's been one of those nights for Arizona.
Well, it has, and it's kind of all come together. Obviously, you always have things to work on, but this is obviously got to make the coaching staff, Kevin Guy, who talked about soul searching and things like that.
Everybody happy. There's a liner that caroms off of one of the upmen for the Rattlers and then fielded by, I believe it was Walker that got on top of it. Arizona's going to have the ball, good field position, and Jorge Reyna will make his Saturday night debut in this one for the Rattlers offense. We've seen all that we're going to see of Drew Powell in his second game back. Pretty good one.
Well, the thing you got to say about Jorge Reyna, Kevin Guy talked about it a couple weeks ago. Nobody really wanted to come in here and challenge Drew Powell, the reigning MVP, and Reyna said, "Hey, I'll take a shot at it." Got to play, and Coach Guy said, "Hey, he gave us a chance to win every ball game."
And he connects with Braxton Haley inside the 5-yard line. Goes Braxton. That'll be a first and goal for Arizona. Quickly setting up the potential of cracking that 60-point barrier here coming up soon. Drew Powell's day looked like this: 17 of 21. About 81% completions tonight for Drew Powell. 169 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating of 211.4.
I don't know how you figure those things out, but I know that's pretty good. The other thing we have to point out, Floyd, is the fact I don't remember a drop pass tonight. They've had drop passes the last few weeks. I don't remember a drop pass tonight.
Hey, look at this! Jorge Reyna doing his best. Drew Powell impersonation, slipping a tackle, and carrying the ball in for another Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
And there's another game ball for the night league.
Well, Jorge came into the game and quickly connected to Braxton Haley, who, by the way, prior to the catch, had an even 100 yards receiving today. Now with that catch that set up the touchdown, 11 receptions for Braxton, 119 yards in the game, 2 touchdowns. What a game for Braxton Haley. And now Jorge Reyna, who provided the touchdown, will hold for McInerney. And that kick was deflected at the line, and instead of tumbling end over end, it turned into a weird spinning top of a carom, and that went through for the point after. That was odd, but there it is. And with 10:38 remaining here in the fourth period, we'll take a timeout. Arizona 60, Northern Arizona 25. Arizona Rattlers football, stand by.
Every body is different. Some get injured while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl means 100 for Tucson. Over 100 million to boost our local economy since 2015. Plus, 100% of all profits to local charities. Over 4 million. And the Bowls Heroes program gives thousands of tickets to our vets, active military, first responders, and teachers. Learn more and buy tickets to the December 30th game at thearizonabowl.com.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
10 minutes, 38 seconds remain in regulation. The Arizona Rattlers came in with a 3-4 record to this one today. And they are on the doorstep of evening that up to a 500 record, pulling to within one game of the conference-leading Northern Arizona Wranglers. Here's a liner that's plucked out of the air by Moss, and he'll get knocked out short of the 15-yard line. As we bring you back to this broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football and take you downstairs, Sandy Charles. Hey, Sandy.
Hey, Floyd. All smiles down here. Jorge's smiling, Coach Guy is smiling, and one guy you've mentioned a lot, Braxton Haley, he's definitely smiling, and I think I know why. I have the insight to why he's doing so well. Well, he told me every day before the game he has to spend 30 minutes alone in the dark. He says he gets ready for war. He focuses on his breathing. That's the mode he wants to be in. And you're seeing it out there. You're seeing that focus. Back to you.
That's a big smile right there, Dale.
Big smile by everybody down there. I don't know about you, Floyd, but if I go in the dark for 30 minutes, concentrate on my breathing, I'm asleep.
That was Uric Jones, by the way, down in the bench area as well. You see him in street clothes.
By the way, he's a big man. I saw him before the game. Big man.
Catch made and tackle made as well near the line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot going on after the catch. And it'll be first down and second down at 10 from the 15-yard line. Wranglers offense trying to get back some of that 35 that they're down. Uric Jones, listen, his hulking presence like that is always missed, but this defensive line tonight, you see the three on your screen right there, led by Chris Terrell's great night. Boy, these guys have done a tremendous job. You see another great defensive play by the Rattlers. Dravian Anderson Sr. getting some action out there. He was a game-time decision. Might have started, maybe not. Did not start this one, but boy, I tell you, that was a terrific play as we get two markers down.
15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
I think they're going to get Harold Love there. Been yapping with the offensive lineman for Northern Arizona, and at the end of the day, Harold Love's played a tremendous game. He's been a force in the middle. You know, when Aldrich Jones comes back, they're going to have a decision to make, but Harold Love, tremendous game, but you just can't do that At this point in the game, you got things under control. Have fun. Play with emotion. But you can't take an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty with 8.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
They wind the clock, and we are under 8.5 now. Kettle puts him in motion. He's got those bright red gloves again on, and he'll throw toward the end zone. Dylan Winfrey got tangled up a little bit.
Ouch.
On the initiating end of that pass, Garrett Kettle he took a hard spill to the ground.
I'm not sure what happened to that end because I was watching Cecil Cherry have a free run at Garrett Kettle, the quarterback from Northern Arizona. Cecil Cherry, 6'1". They list him at 235. Looks like he's about 240. Free run that Kettle just ran into him as soon as he let go of the ball. A violent collision. Nice job by Kettle, at least standing in there and releasing the football.
Time continues to march on. Here is a throw, and that is another Rattlers interception. Their fourth of the game, their first in the second half. And it's Dylan Winfrey, the guy that makes the catch.
Through in the field, second interception for a touchback. 1st and 10, Arizona at the 5-yard line.
Second interception today for Dylan.
And I think that's a cumulative effort of this defense all night long on Kettle. The ball overthrown. Nice job. What I've really appreciated about this Rattler secondary is every opportunity they've had, and even some that's not really an opportunity, they've made a play. They stepped up to the challenge of this coaching staff, to themselves, and turned in one heck of an effort.
And they turn away the Wranglers yet again. So 4 interceptions for the Rattlers defense today so far. A couple for Dylan. Pump fake by Reyna. And throws deep. Had plenty of time to let it go. It's into the front seats, the front row for a souvenir. Pretty good look, pretty good catch by the fan. He's going to get himself a nice souvenir to take home. 60-25. The Rattlers in front. The clock continuing to tick down. 3 timeouts remaining for both teams.
Not a bad judgment call by Reyna there. They called double moves by the receivers, expecting Northern Arizona to jump the routes. They played good coverage instead of trying to force the ball in there, throw it out of bounds. And one of the perks of the Indoor Football League, you get to keep the football as a souvenir.
I think we've got a safety, and we do. Jorge Reyna goes down. And in the clutches of the defender, Tremont Lofton makes the play. 2 points. Northern Arizona, and they're going to get the ball back.
Well, Lofton's played a heck of a football game.
He has, really, but that's the first time they've gotten to the quarterback tonight, at least the first time a quarterback sack. A couple of pressures on Drew Powell, but nothing, they couldn't corral Drew in the game, and certainly didn't get to the quarterback until now.
Well, that's one of those things when you talk about an entire offense, receivers have to run the right routes. The timing has to be there for the offensive line to have success. All those things go in conjunction with each other, and if they're not there, and again, you've got Reyna back in there. He's up in there for a couple weeks now. Timing just a little bit off. Pressure and the safety.
So now 60-27 after that. And Garrett Kettle and his guys are going to get the ball back on offense. McInerney will kick it away. Now Liner is brought in. 5 yards deep in the end zone. Moss knocked into the wall. And it will be first down. Northern Arizona, the defending IFL champions, bring the offense back on the field.
Well, let's hope Braxton Healy's okay. Kind of lowered his head there. Looks like he got a little bit of a stinger. And Floyd, I don't know if you know this about me, but there's 2 football injuries that I'm lobbying to change the name of them.
Okay.
All right? A stinger.
Don't like it.
Yeah, people would know because it doesn't describe what it actually is. It's your arm is on fire for about a minute.
Okay.
And then it goes dead. And you'd rather have a broken bone in your arm for about a minute than a stinger. Everybody goes, oh, it's just a little stinger. No, well, let me give you a stinger, and you won't call it that anymore.
Yeah, guys aren't generally back on the field immediately when you get a stinger.
No, and it hurts more than I can put into words.
So you hate the name, but
yes.
do you have alternative?
How about jamming a nail into your shoulder, into your nerve, and let it shoot down your arm?
A hot fork, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the other one.
Nice run after catch, by the way, on the catch by Glenn Gibbons. He is able to turn that into a first down. Broke a tackle, got out there to just a yard shy of midfield. It'll be first down for Northern Arizona.
The other one is, it's a little turf toe.
Turf toe?
Yeah, turf. How could he miss a game because of turf toe? It's turf toe. I had turf toe. And what it literally is you take a stake and you hammer it into the joint of your big toe. And then they ask you to push 300-pound dudes off the line of scrimmage and say, deal with it. That's what turf toe is. Floyd, you are a magician with words. Come up with better terms than that.
Okay, all right, I'll think about it.
Think about it. Maybe next week come back and go, I got 2 different words for you. No longer I'm going to use stinger. I'm not going to use turf toe.
I'll give you a couple to choose from. No turf toe. You don't want the turf toe.
I've had it.
You don't like it.
I've had both.
It doesn't speak to the intensity of it, does it?
Right. It does not speak to the severity of the pain you feel while it's going on.
Second down play, 2nd and 10 for the Wranglers. Kettle puts them in motion to the line. Garrett Kettle fires over the middle. Nice pass, nice catch. Short of a first down. Dobbs makes the tackle, and the guy that hauled it in off the fastball was Glenn Gibbons again. That ball had a lot of zip on it.
It did kind of surprise they did not give them the first down there. The clock continues to wind.
Garrett Kettle after the pass there, 8 of 15 for 89 yards, pair of touchdowns, but 3 interceptions is the stat to look at. Rattlers have turned all that into points.
Well, that was going to be a collision.
Offense, number 10, 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
That was going to be a collision right there as Winfrey was flying out of the defensive backfield, and they're going to hand the ball off to Glenn Gibbons Jr., and that would have been a collision right at the line of scrimmage.
So after the Northern Arizona penalty, the ball is brought back to the Rattler 23-yard line. 3rd down and a long 6 or a short 7. Call it whichever you'd like. Kettle, pressure, and he goes down. Straight up the middle, Cecil Cherry, the guy that got to him first.
Well, that's just a simple case of numbers. Rattlers bring 4, you only keep 3 in to protect. That means the ball has got to come out. Obviously, Love again in the middle, back in the game. I'm sure that the coaching staff had a little chat with him after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
And you had to feel for Brandon Grady on that play as well. I mean, Brandon, the center, he tried to block one guy. The other guy came off the other edge, came up the middle. That was Cherry. He tried to get there to help, and in the end, both of those guys got in on the sack. Cherry leading the way. Here's a pass caught, and that'll be touchdown points off a touchdown for Northern Arizona. Ramad, Chico.
Just say it.
Here we go.
Say it. RCB.
RCB.
There you go.
On the catch for the touchdown.
Hey, on the other end, again, another shot on Kettle. Cherry just running 10 yards, full speed, nobody impeding his progress, and Kettle has to sit in there and take that shot. Kind of surprised Northern Arizona's allowing that to happen at this point in the game when you're down 60-33.
Thinking of Nova Home Loans for bringing us another look at that play. 1:09 remaining in this one. Here's the kick up and through the uprights. The kick is good. Northern Arizona trails by 25 now to the Arizona Rattlers, 60-35. Well, I guess they put the point up quicker than I could respond. It was 33, it wasn't. So a 26-point lead right now. As you see another great throw by.
There's no media timeout. 60-second timeout.
I guess we're going to take a timeout, everybody.
I think he might have changed his mind, but you got the official saying let's go, and you got the orange hat out there.
Okay.
Yeah, as they're realizing there's 5 seconds until the 1 minute warning, I think they're going to try and play ball.
All right, well, we're going to stay here is what we're going to do, because we got the 1 minute warning coming up in just 5 seconds of clock time in a bit. So we'll stay here with it, everybody. And remind you as well that the Arizona Rattlers will be home again next week. So you got back-to-back home games. And you are invited to grab yourself a ticket. Go to azrattlers.com. And it's Vegas coming to town, the Vegas Nighthawks. Vegas dealt a 55-54 loss to the Rattlers last week. And when you get Daquan Neal out there going to work, 133 yards rushing against this Rattlers defense, you're going to get a lot of good things happen. So that's how they came up with a win, Vegas did. Can they do it again and do it here where the Rattlers are playing some mighty fine football tonight? Here comes the return by Jamal Miles off the liner. And he is out to the 16-yard line. The tackle made right there. The Rattlers will have the ball after we grab a timeout, everybody. The 1 minute warning. And we'll be back in just a moment to wrap this thing up here. More Arizona Rattlers football and that final minute coming right up.
Bet Rivers has selected Izzy from Illinois.
Izzy does her research using the BetRivers.com sportsbook app to access player and team stats.
Amazing. Bet Rivers sportsbook app and football. It's a whole new game.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Let's get back to the action, football fans. 59.2 seconds remain in this one, and the Arizona Rattlers are going to move to 4-4 on the campaign. They'll drop the Wranglers to 5-3 after this one today. So one game will separate Arizona from the top of the rankings. Jorge Reyna comes out, takes a knee.
Well, now remember, that's one of you asked Coach Guy about the changes in the Indoor Football League this year, the deuce, things like that. You used to have to gain positive yards to keep the clock running, and now with the rule change, you can take a knee and let the clock run out. And even though you're looking at Northern Arizona with 3 timeouts, they're going to say, let's get out of here and we'll fight another day.
Got to snap it one more time. Les Moss letting this one play out as I think a smart coach would. 15 seconds left, take a knee, and this one is, that's it. This one will go in the books. And the Rattlers are going to get a 60-34 victory tonight in this one. Big win. The coaches shake hands and exchange a hug. Those guys are good friends. Coach Kevin Guy, Coach Les Moss. These guys, they talk to each other on the regular. A couple of times a week they'll have a conversation, these two. Though not much football talk is exchanged. They're not going to talk a lot about X's and O's, I can promise you that, but good friends for sure. We'll talk to Coach Kevin Guy here in just a moment. He wants to get words in with that other coaching staff for a bit. Good sportsmanship on both sides in a game that was a little testy. Let's go down to the field and talk to Coach Guy. Here you go.
Thanks, Floyd. Coach, you got to mix it up, have some fun with your play calling tonight. How much fun was that?
Well, winning's fun. That's what the message has been to the players. We're finally getting a little healthy. I think the new pieces tonight, we got some new players in the lineup. And, I think it made a difference. And listen, Naz is a good football team. They may not look like it tonight, but Bay Area did this to them up in Bay Area. Beat them pretty bad. When Bay Area went back to Naz, they beat them. So Naz beat Bay Area. So, it's week to week in this league, and we just got to lock in on us and try to get better every week.
You mentioned week to week and the new key pieces. What did you learn about your team as a whole tonight?
Well, I thought we did a great job executing. It's just human nature when you got that kind of lead. Defensively, we got a couple of stops in the second half. We didn't play with the energy that we played with. We'll talk about that. And, I thought offensively, though, we did a pretty good job keeping the foot on the gas pedal.
Last one, how do you build off this momentum for next week?
We'll go back and take a look at the film. And when you watch film, you got to look at it, whether you win or lose, you got to look at it the same. And you got to be true to yourself about, hey, where can we get better at? And that's a great coaching staff over there. We know they're going to be ready for us in 2 weeks, and we'll have to change some things up.
Special one, Dell wants to know if he can come back every week and talk to your team.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. You know what? We put a security system in the building, to keep people like that out. So,
thank you, Coach. This is fun. You guys, back to you.
Sorry, Dale. Short-lived life as the let's just say the motivational speaker of choice for the Rattlers. But you did a great job talking them up yesterday, because look at the results today, 60-34.
I don't want to try and double up. I can only do so much. I mean, I'm Nostradamus and I'm a miracle worker, but I'm gonna rest on my laurels if that's okay with you, Floyd.
I am miracle worker. You heard it, everybody. How about my favorite quote from Coach Guy right there? Winning's fun.
Yeah. It's contagious.
And it was a contraction. It was a contraction of the. I mean, he just squeezed it all together like a good Alabama boy might do.
Right.
Winning's fun, and there's no question about it, is there? What a fun win it was for the Rattlers tonight, where the offense was clicking. Drew Powell had a phenomenal game, 80+% passing tonight, 211+ quarterback rating,
right?
4 touchdowns.
I didn't even know quarterback ratings went that high. I did not know that quarterback ratings went that high.
I don't think they always have. I think it used to be a quarterback. Well, the NFL has a quarterback rating. If you're anywhere near 90% or 90 on that, that's pretty good. If you get to 100, that's great.
Right.
And 211 tonight for Drew Powell. What a night for Drew and the team. And guys like Braxton Haley, 119 yards receiving for Braxton on 12 catches, a couple of touchdowns for Braxton. This is a team that really put it together when they needed to. They had their that special teams kind of letdown, but all in all and overall, what a night for the Rattlers in getting the win.
Well, a couple things jump out to me. This coaching staff challenged this football team, challenged the defense. Defensive need to come up with stops. Well, I lost track of the turnovers. I remember at least 3 interceptions. There might have been 4. So if there were 4, that's 4 stops. I think they got another one. They challenged them, and they came out and did that. They challenged the receivers. No drops. I don't remember a drop offensively. If you don't drop the ball, and if you create 4 turnovers defensively, you're going to win a lot of football games. I promise you that.
Coach Guy made a point of this, talked about how last week in the loss at Vegas, that Drew Powell, he listen, he was 3 drops away from completing 80% of his passes last week. And this week he completes 81, I think, percent of his passes. So, yeah, the receivers picked him up. That offensive line, we mentioned them a couple of times. I think they deserve a little more attention tonight. The offensive line, Lamar Mady coming back, rejoining that group. They are doing a terrific job. They protected their quarterback. They made some lanes for him and others to run. Mo Walker had a nice little night tonight. That offensive line deserves a pat on the back.
Well, and watch for Lamar Mady to continue to improve as this season goes along. He's been one of my all-time Rattler favorites. I love to watch him play football. This is his 2nd game. He sat out training camp first half of the year. Watch for Lamar Mady to, again, round into form and help lead this football team.
All right, folks, we're going to take one quick timeout. We'll be back to wrap things up. Say our final words here from the Footprint Center, the home of the Arizona Rattlers, where they get a big win, 60-34, our final score tonight. We'll wrap it up right after these words. Stand by.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
We at the IFL and our teams have always been involved in supporting the communities that support us. We have been honored to be able to help raise funds for local charities and schools. We've had opportunities to rightfully honor the first responders, the military, teachers, and other heroes of our communities. Our primary focus has been and will continue to be the youth in our local schools and programs. Our players have worked with them on the field of play, read with them in the classroom, and simply spent time with them as friends. We will continue these efforts, but feel it's time to bring nutrition into the fold. Build Your Base is the perfect partner for this edition. For the past 5 years, the Build Your Base program has been educating and empowering youth, high school, and college athletes to leverage the power of nutrition to support good health and athletic performance. Build Your Base will help us include a nutrition-based message into our time with local youth. We'll hold game time events in multiple communities throughout the 2023 season. Events will feature players visiting with local youth to play, visit, and have fun, all while teaching them about food, exercise, and nutrition. In 2023, look for game time events near you, as well as shared information about good health, good food, and good fun. Build Your Base will not just be the IFL's partner. Build Your Base will be our partner in our communities.
No doubt about it. Winning is fun, everybody. The Arizona Rattlers have knocked off the Northern Arizona Wranglers 60-34. The Rattlers are now 4-4 on the season. And after dealing this loss to the Wranglers, who are now 5-3, the Rattlers are 1 game out of first place in the Western Conference of the Professional Indoor Football League here at the halfway mark of the season. You got that of course, a big deal for the moment. But after this win, Dale Hellestray, what's your take? Give us one hot take for for the night and what to think about in the Rattlers getting a win tonight.
Well, I think if you're a Rattler fan, it gives you great hope for the second half of the year. You got your MVP quarterback back. He looks like he's rounding into form. Offensive line is clicking. I can give you more than one take. You can't give me just one take. But the offensive line rounding into form. And then I think especially the defense stepping up to the challenge that this coaching staff put on them. And do not forget the contribution of Harold Love at nose tackle. 6'3", 340 pounds of Love in the middle of the football field for the Rattler defense. He made a distinct difference for this football team.
Spoken as only a lineman could speak it. Well, good stuff, Dale. Great night tonight. As always here at the Footprint Center, the Snake Pit, the home of the Arizona Rattlers. We certainly, thank you for joining us and remind you that you can get your tickets right now for next week. Get your tickets now for next week. A rematch with the Vegas Nighthawks, who gave Arizona one of those 4 losses they've suffered this year. Did that last week. High-scoring, close game, 55-54. And the Rattlers did squander a 2-touchdown lead in the second half of that game as well. So, you can bet that Coach Guy and his guys, his team, they're going to have that in mind when they host Vegas next week. So get your tickets now, azrattlers.com. azrattlers.com. Come on out and watch some great Arizona Rattlers football. Well, we're going to get out of here, Dale, and with that reminder to get to the game next week. Lots of fun, and the Rattlers are certainly turning it around. You got 15 seconds to give me a final thought on where this Rattlers team is right now then.
I think you got to be excited if you're a Rattler fan, because this team has gotten off to fast starts so many years and then maybe faltered down the stretch. This team has faced adversity and injuries early in the year. Look for them to turn it on the second half of the season.
One more thing to remind you of, Rattler fans, if you go over to WTSMTV.com, WTSMTV, you can catch their post-game wrap-up of the activity tonight here at the Footprint Center. They always give you a great pregame and a great post-game to these broadcasts. That's at WTSMTV.com. Go check it out. Get your subscription and watch some more great Arizona Rattlers content. I want to thank our outstanding broadcast team, our director, Bob Hammond, camera operators, Andre Stevens, Jim Hartman, and Chris Peterson. Great job, fellas. Wonderful work. And especially our producer and technical director, Derek Simmons, who really knocked it out of the park, getting us through that last stretch of the game and getting some problems under control. He did a great job under some serious duress in this one. Well done, Derek. For my broadcast partner in the booth, Dale Hellestray, and our sideline reporter, Sandy Charles, I'm Floyd Simmons. Thanking you for joining us. The Rattlers win. We'll see you next week. More Arizona Rattlers football. Bye-bye for now.